Welcome back to the Block Takeover. Today we're doing the Buckeye Fan Film Room. This is the Week 10 edition versus Penn State. But obviously before that, we got to do a recap. We didn't have no recap. It's a bye week, unfortunately. So I'll ask y'all this. What'd y'all do on this Ohio State bye week? We can start off with you, Rack.
Did more work to the house. That's all I've done. I will say I did put up, the Texas versus who the fuck they played? Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I put that game off for 5 minutes and turned that shit off, bro. That's what I will say.
Yeah, you spent your Saturday watching Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Out of all the fucking games there were, you watched fucking Arch Manning.
Nah. The first one. The first one I put on. I put Vanderbilt. I put Vandy on and fucking Missouri on first. And then they took me to halftime. I'm like, all right, who else is playing? Texas was playing, and I was like, all right, this shit ass. I'm turning this shit off. Then I never turned it back on.
Was the Texas game ass? Yes, but we have a college football podcast. Turn on fucking Ole Miss and Oklahoma, maybe. Like, I don't know. Maybe do something fucking productive. Don't watch Texas football, bro. They're ass, bro. We know that. But yeah. I spent my Saturday watching ball, of course, because I'm the real ball knower on this podcast. In this podcast, the other podcast, any podcast. The known ball knower.
Alrighty.
What about you, VJ? What'd you do?
I did not watch football.
Yeah.
I barely watch football, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I was watching Halo Worlds.
So you get mad at me, but at least I turned on, fucking college football for 5 minutes, bro.
Do I need to give y'all a trivia for college football to see who's the real ball knower between y'all? Because VJ can watch fucking Halo Wars, but he'll know fucking 7 players on the field when Texas A&M's playing. Well, I don't know about 7, but can you name 3 players on Texas A&M? As I digress, we may continue, VJ.
I never said I was a ball knower, bro. I don't understand.
But I'm saying I don't have to talk to VJ because I know he's gonna watch his ball and be prepared when that day comes on the podcast. You, on the other hand, I didn't watch this game. It's the catchphrase around here, man. Lock in.
I don't want to watch these games, bro. I don't want to watch them, bro. Not Ohio State. I don't want to fucking watch them, bro. You're lucky I'm watching them at all, bro.
Nah, bro, watched Arch Manning for 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah, what a disaster. Every other fucking show was on halftime, bro. What the fuck else do you want me to watch, bro? There was the only one that was at halftime at that moment, bro.
I doubt it, but okay. VJ.
Hey.
I mean,
the podcast is back around, man.
I say it is what it is, man, but nice to know that there's a nice civilized group here after Buckeye bye week. You know what I mean? Totally normal.
Yeah, we don't got no Ohio State football. We're going crazy.
we're losing our minds.
That's what it is.
So civilized, but obviously, since there's no recap, there's nothing to really go over for this previous week. However, we're bringing back positional grading reviews, of course. Now we're that in the midseason, we can kind of get an in-depth more analysis on our thoughts on certain positions, obviously. Like the other first bye week that we did. So now with the second one, we're gonna do the exact same thing and see how everyone feels about it. So obviously, we start off with offense first. Start off with quarterback. How do you feel about this one, Rack?
Quarterback. Now that we're in week 9 that we're in, right? What the main factor last time was, can Julian Sand throw the ball the way he wanted to, and he has. Ryan Day and Brian Hartline been putting that playbook on them. Like, hey, we wanna overload your plate this time around. We wanna see what you can do, in these situations. And he's been excelling. So I'm gonna keep it sweet and simple and short. I'm gonna give it a minus. Sweet, simple, and short. How about you, Cameron?
An A minus. Well, I got my list from last time. I give him a B minus. That's how hypocritical it was. Well, at least on my phone. I don't know what I did, if I said exactly what I said on my phone or changed it last second. I don't know. But as far as my phone goes, I was very hypocritical of Julian State. I think he took a couple sacks, had a couple interceptions. As far as that goes, he basically cleaned a lot of things up. The playbook didn't really get opened up. He got opened up in Wisconsin and maybe this game or that game. But as far as Washington and Illinois go, I still feel like we play conservative a little bit. I don't like that because let him spread his wings and fly. Let him go chase that Heisman in his first year as a starter. But as far as that goes, he's done everything he needed to do. He's in Heisman talk still, probably top 5 in my top 5. So he gets an A from me. Like the only thing I could say is like we really haven't opened the game up, and that's really not his fault. Because he's not gonna go off script. He's gonna do exactly what he's told to do, and he's been able to do that. I really don't got no complaints. But I would say a lot of his throws is kind of like receiver based as well. Like Carnell Tate going up and grabbing that fucking over 2 defenders is kind of crazy, bro. I'm not saying it's a bad pass, but the fact that he gave him a chance on it, and wide receiver came down with it is kind of like tough to do, bro. So I give him an A, bro. There's not much more I can say about him except that I've seen him in certain situations. That's the only thing at this point. VJ.
Ooh. I mean, it's mid-season, and I don't exactly remember the grading I gave, but I do know some of the things I said, and overall what I wanted to see, and he has done that so far. I mean, hopefully he continues that up. I can't say no more. I also give him an A. I mean, there's nothing to really kind of downplay it on. He's done the things he needed to do. He's improved. Like you just said, I would like to see the playbook open, but in due time, eventually that's gonna happen. We can't just beg on it in a random week. So, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I also give it an A. I think it's plain simple as that. We got running backs next. I mean, we'll let you do this.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you started up.
All right. Running backs. I mean, personally, looking at it now, going through the midseason, seeing the ups and downs of it, I can kind of say it's very lenient in how I'm gonna say this. I give the running backs a B plus. A little bit of an interesting one, more given on the fact though of my reasoning is this. Now that time settled in and we've seen the effect of is it the running back, is it the O lines? What's the problem? Is it the plays? To my mind, at least, as far as it goes, I think overall it's just more of the O line and the overall play selection as it came through. I think this running back room is pretty talented in itself, like especially who we've seen so far. I mean, CJ Donaldson, we know what he brings. Unfortunately, James People has not been, the best of best, but he's had his flashes, I guess you could say. But the guy standing out is Bo Jackson, and he's completely took over. He's done his part in natural running game and the receiving game as a running back, so I can be more, expected. And then Isaiah West, brings some promise. Obviously, he's only been one true game since he had to show out versus Wisconsin, so it's not too much to go off of. But the potential for this running back room is great, but as of right now, I just give it a B plus. Just due to the fact that in terms of what they've done with productivity, they've done, but overall play selection and O-line blocking schemes have not done them justice. But in terms of the running back itself, they're pretty talented. I say that. Now we go over to you, Cam.
Okay, we can talk about talent all we want, but I want production. Bo Jackson came on the scene with like a back-to-back 100-yard games. That was like Grambling State and Ohio. But as far as that goes, we're kind of ranking them on these last 4 games: Washington, Minnesota, Illinois, and Wisconsin. Wisconsin, it was kind of like, we're letting Julian Sand throw the ball, so they really wasn't an impact. But as far as these last 4 games, Bo Jackson number 1. I feel like we kind of like reached a high point in game 2 and game 3s, and it was kind of like not a step back, but it was like not as productive. I know the injuries has caught up with him, and CJ Donaldson kind of had to step up here and there. And Isaiah West got his shine in the Wisconsin game, but again, James People hasn't been that person that we thought we was gonna get the start of the season. And with that being said, I have C on my notes of what I had last time. I'll give him a B minus now. We got a true like number 1 in my opinion now. We got a more established run game, someone that you gotta have to know his name and know his number on the field and be fearful of that. CJ Donaldson has been very productive. He's been getting in that end zone. I think he has like 6 on the season or something like that. I'm happy for that because we're utilizing him like not as much as we can, but when it's needed, and I enjoy that a lot. And that just goes to the play calling, I feel like. So shout out Heartline or whoever's calling them plays, at least for the running backs and giving that go. But I give him a B minus. Rack 6.
I'm basically I'm right in the middle, but I'm with B. Starting starting of the season. We thought Jason People was that guy. Was not that guy. Not saying he's not the guy, but fucking Bo Jackson stepped up, so now he's running back one. So now we got our running back. So he stepped up. So now that we week number 9, we know our number 1 is. So with Bo Jackson, coming out of basically nowhere and doing what he does now, and CJ still doing his part, getting that 1 yard, 2 yards, but have a couple flashes where he take it along for whatever many yards. There is life in that running back room. Obviously, with Bo Jackson coming alive, but I will say I will play a lot of the main part with our running back room not getting that that consistency that we want. I will have to blame the O-line for that. So that's why I didn't give him B-, because I do see the potential and the the higher ceiling with the running back room. Even though we have it's a slight injury to Bo Jackson. Hopefully this bye week can help them heal a little bit. But yeah, with that being said, I give them a B, and I mainly blame the O-line on why the production of the running back group is not doing as good. And I will say that also come with scheme as well. I'm not going to completely put it all on O-line. Come down with a little bit of scheme as well, depending on what type of running we're choosing. And, but yeah, I give it a solid overall B.
Right. Fair grade. I think this is now we're pretty much at everyone's favorite position here for Ohio State. Let's be real honest. Wide receivers. We can start with you, Rack.
Oh my God, wide receiver you. A+. I mean, the only complaint I would want to give is possibly giving Jeremiah Smith more TDs. Maybe getting our tight end more involved, but that's more of a tight end group. But but I mean, what is there to complain? Cornell Tate is having an amazing junior year, right? Is he? Yeah, it's like. He's coming alive. I mean, we all eyes on Jeremiah Smith. Well, look at Cardinal Tate. So I have nothing to complain, but give it an A+. Although we have a top 5 current Heisman throwing to them. I mean that's just what comes with being in this wide receiver core, and just what comes with being a quarterback in the Ohio State room. You have 5-star wide receivers. On your both sides. You still have a 5-star wide receiver in a slot in the 3, so it's like, you're going to get the ball. Just hopefully, your quarterback can get the ball to you. But A+, no complaint. Cameron?
I like to nitpick with my team, but I rank the running backs off of there's other almost 1,000-yard running backs. So when I look at Bo Jackson's numbers and they don't stack up against the other running backs that are at the top of the leaderboards of stats, that's kind of what I go off of. But if I take a step back from these wide receivers, this is the 2 best wide receivers damn near in the country, and probably the 2 best wide receivers on any team, like duo. So I'd have to give it the A+. Would I nitpick with Jeremiah touches? I want more downfield plays and stuff. Yeah, but it just comes with the territory, man. It just is what it is. Brandon Ness, I want a little bit more production. I want Mylan Graham and Quincy Porter to get more opportunities, but that's just gonna come with time, man. It's just gonna come with time. I can't nitpick, man. We got guys ready to get in that line and get ready to get productive, bro. And it's Carnell Tate's year. It's gonna be Jeremiah Smith's next year, and yeah, it is what it is. I can't nitpick. It's A+. VJ.
Ooh. I don't know if y'all remember last time we did this. I like to say I don't like to give an A+ just because I always see the room for improvement, but an A is borderline the exact same thing in my eyes. So I'm going to give it an A. I mean, these guys have been phenomenal. Carnell Tate is damn near having a breakout year. I guess you break out per se, even though we know he's been doing this. Obviously, looking like the number 1 receiver in this draft class, honestly. I mean, there is other arguments, but he's been the way he's doing it technically as a 2, which is insane to say. So I give him that. But I mean, Jeremiah Smith, we know. We could glaze him all we want, but we know what he does and all that whatnot. It's Jeremiah Smith. Obviously, Brandon in his productivity, is interesting here and there, but his impact is felt on the field in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's just playing his part, doing his route, whatever. Obviously, I would like to see more touches, but can't always ask for everything every time. So And then one thing I like to see is the backups finally getting some form of a role. Like Cam just said, the backups are finally getting something. So nice to see that. Obviously, I mean these are borderline 5 stars receivers right behind them. Also, we gotta integrate them somehow. So nice to see they're getting some form of touches, whether it's just 2 catches, 1 catches. They're getting something. It's better than fucking nothing. So I like to see that. Next group, the tight ends. Probably our most controversial one that we've been talking about since the first one. We start off with you, Cam.
I think I did give him a failing grade last time. As the season goes along, Julian Sand continues to have these very very high completion percentage games. There's only one ball, man. And it's just hard. You got to be just happy that was it charismatic, bro? I don't fucking know his name. Bro. I can see it as much. Bro, I can see it as much as possible. I can never like remember that shit. He gets a lot of touchdowns, man. I'm glad he's like able to get open in that end zone, and Julian's able to find him. Jelani Thurman really hasn't, I think, played in the last 4 games, if that's what we're basing it off of or going off of at this moment. Like, he really just kind of like fell out the rotation. It's fine. Max Clare, he's done a little bit more, but at the end of the day, it really hasn't been that much better than before. But I think it's more of like where my headspace at. I'm like, I gotta just realize that like Julian Sand can't do much more with the ball. Be as more productive as he's already been. So I just gotta be happy with it. And with that being said, I'll give it a D plus. I got to give it the D plus, bro. There's still room for improvement. As the playbook just is what it is, Slicks, how do we feel?
D plus. I'm gonna get straight into the grade. The grade, and I give him a C, bro. Like compared to what we've seen, the first half of the season. We didn't really see a lot of production come out from him. Obviously, it seemed like this year around it's more about wide receiver, oriented type of team. Even though the tight end should technically fit in with that, but I don't know. The tight end's not. I guess they're just getting there blocking. Even though there was a moment where we had like an old line last tight end mishap where damn near lost Jeremiah Smith, but we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, I give it a C. It seemed like even though they're not getting as much touches, we could go the same with how Brandon is not getting as much touches. But the tight end, I feel like they're just when they do their part, with Kakmar, whenever he's wide open, he gets the ball and he gets a touchdown. Whenever every single time I see what the fuck is his name? I just lost his name, bro. We just got him out the transfer portal, bro. Fucking for Purdue, bro.
Max Clare.
Max Clare, bro. Every time Max Clare is on the field, whenever we throw the ball to him, it seems like he catches it instead of like that first time where he dropped the ball, on an important 4th down. But now it's like they found their footing, even though they're just not getting the touches that we would like them to do, and that just seemed like how it is this year. Usually, it just could be any year where it's like, okay, it seemed like it could be a more tight end oriented type of play, or we would get the ball in more. But this year around doesn't seem like it. So yeah, give them solid C. They're doing their part, and probably going down later down the road, we might see them get more touches due to the fact their eyes gonna be more on Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith. Not like it's already now on them, but the playbook will open for them. How about you, VJ?
It's hard to judge this one given what we've seen. Obviously the expectation is we want everyone to be the best. So personally, I'm also on the cups of a C. I think the footing they found is kind of now settled in. I think they're just gonna be pretty much a dump off option or like a nice little settled in option. They're not gonna really be I don't think we're ever gonna see them
down.
Yeah, exactly. We were never gonna see them be one of those. I think they're just gonna be there. Julian saying sees his 1, 2, and 3 read not open. Fuck it, dump it off real quick. If it's the tight end or the running back, I think that's what they are now. Obviously in terms of passing game, the impact isn't that big, unfortunately. But in the run game, their strides are crazy good. I mean, these guys are getting blocks. I mean, obviously we had that one mishap with Jeremiah Smith. I know Ryan Day was definitely in the damn wide receiver room talking about that. Like, yeah, I got y'all's back. Don't worry about it. When in tight end room, start yelling at them. Probably not an issue in that part. But overall, blocking wise, though, they've done their thing. They basically are a backup lineman, which is what I like to see. It kind of helps with the struggling running game that we've seen so far. But when it impacts is there, the impact is crazy. Like you could tell that they make that. So I can't complain. But the last and final group for offense is offensive line. We can start off with you, Rack. What do you got?
Oh, obviously I've been bashing him, especially going to the season. I might give him a damn near a failing grade. I'll give him a D plus. I'll give him a D plus. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason why they're a D plus is I'm not gonna lie. They're able to protect Julian Sand when he's in the pocket. Other than that, our running game have plummeted. Where I thought we was like slowly. We had a little graph going. We was going. We seemed like we was going up. Had a high trajectory, and then all of a sudden, the second half of the season, they're kind of just went downwards. But the pass protection still there. So as long that they doing something instead of both sides being completely terrible, at least they're doing one side good. And honestly, that's the best side we could ask for, which is the pass block. So I give him a D plus. You, Cameron?
I think a little bit opposite, bro. Like I feel like, bro, Julian Sane has 3 sacks on the season, man. That is so impressive to like do and we're 7 games into this shit, and he's only been sacked 3 times. Like no team has done 2 sacks. No one has got 2 sacks. You got teams out there grabbing 10 sacks, 7 sacks, 8 sacks on ranked teams. So it's the fact that we haven't played nobody. You could say that, but it's also like Washington could have been ranked. Minnesota beat a ranked team. Illinois was ranked multiple times this season. Wisconsin's ass. But as far as that goes, Wisconsin defense, we're gonna talk about it in the post game for the next pod for the 1 foot in. But that Wisconsin defense held Oregon to 21 points, the lowest of the season. That's insane. That just goes to show how good their defense is. And Julius Sanders was only sacked 1 time, bro. Like that's the most impressive part of their game. But as far as the run game, it's still like bad. But as far as VJ said, like he was like, bro, it's the play calling, bro. It's the plays where like this person has to go over and block this person, and they're doing that. But it's just I feel like bad play calling on that end. Not saying that's the only thing that's wrong, because you got people like getting blown up, and then Julian Sand has to make something work in the pass protection and in the run game where they have to, go to the second option or make a double move to break a tackle and things like that. But I'm thinking like a B minus. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's big strides in this offensive line, and I think they're playing up to a lot of their potential. But a lot of these guys, like, you usually got to be patient with them. But as far as comparing them to other teams, bro, like there's not a lot of other teams that has their quarterback just chilling in the background and being able to go through his progressions, and it helps so much with Julian Saints, a first year starter, and he has that type of protection in the pass game. As far as the run game, it could be a lot better, yes. That's why it's not an A plus or even close to an A. VJ.
I think this is very similar to my grade for our first bye week, and I'm gonna also give it a B, just because it's kind of like the same thing where passing wise we've done, bro. The pass blocking is insane, especially since we just faced these tougher teams with good defenses too, and like they know how to make good defensive schemes, whether that's blitzing or they just have a good front 7 in a sense. The way we've been doing it there. Obviously, I want to focus more on that run blocking. It's just evident that when it comes to certain like plays or schemes or whatever we need to round up, it's just not there. Like it doesn't go for us through. I mean, it was pretty evident in the damn Wisconsin game that we were collapsing like that. Like literally when we were trying to get a little more like tricky, more creative with our run plays, trying to get more pulling guards, pulling tight ends. Buddy, we got black. That's where we all remember seeing the -3s, -2 yards. We're all yelling at the screen, what the fuck is this play? We all did that. But then when we were running in the middle, Isaiah West just perfectly running dead middle. How were we getting 10 yards? Bro, I just think it's the overall play scheme. And obviously, pretty evident that we have a style. I think we're just trying to see if we can unlock more, but it is getting to the point of the season where we're hitting November. This is 5-game stretch. This is home stretch right here for make or break right here, because this could break us. This could make us into the college football playoff or into the Big Ten championship, however it may go. This is the month where we need to be prepared for it. So overall, I think it's the same grade I gave last time. I just give them a B. Passing protection, elite. Run game, it's very selective. You could nitpick on it any way you want, but it's very selective. So I just give it a B overall. But that's all our offense. Obviously, I think we all have personal opinions. Obviously, Rack coming in with a nice little shocker on his O line. But now we can switch over to defense, where basically we didn't have to talk about them for like the past 3 games just because they were that good. We'll start off with D line. We'll start off with UCAM.
All right, D line. Look, my whole thing was we're in like November, so I was expecting someone to have a bigger name. You could say that's Caden Curry, but I really expected somebody to like take that step up, or I don't know. Like, it's hard to nitpick with this defense because it's been so good. But last time I got it on my paper, it was B plus. I'll give him an A minus. Like, I feel like it's more feared. I think I don't know what the stats say, but I feel like we're still doing like similar things, but it's just the fact that like Illinois has scored 16 points on this in the goal line defense, like the red zone defense, all the above. Like I can't glaze this D line enough. I just wish like some people that I heard before the season could actually be productive out there. But as a unit, as a whole, A minus. Caden Curry, Caden McDonald, the Cadens, Kenyatta just need to stay healthy, stay out there. Shit come to him. But yeah, I don't really got much to say. It's hard to like pick out one or two things with this defensive line because like they play as a unit and they play pretty fucking good, and the rest of the defense could follow that as well. Breck, how we feeling?
Yeah. Well, like we just said earlier, we basically didn't have to grade them because they were just that good. I mean, after the time, why would you gotta give them a grade? I'll give them B plus. Just like Cam said, we were looking for that name to step up. I mean, you could pick Caden Curry, but I feel like we're expecting more like Kenyatta Jackson. But obviously, not saying he's not trying to stay healthy, but injuries and we're not. We had to see a game without him or a few plays without him, whatever. Yeah, we do. We want to have that like Jack Sawyer, the JT, on that line to work on both ends. We kind of just have basically just Kenyatta and just Caden Curry. I'm not saying the rest of them is not doing. We have McDonald, right? I mean he's doing his part too, but it's like it's like this game he does something and then it's back to just the overall D alignment. I'll just keep it sweet and simple, just a B plus. I can't really complain. They're doing their part, but we're expecting that name to step up. Coming towards the end of this November, where that D line is going to have to really hold up. So, how about you, VJ?
I'm gonna have to copy Cam's grading in this one, A minus. I think overall, I've been
Playing better
very.
teams, by the way.
Huh?
Playing better teams, by the way. I think
true.
that's taking into account a lot of things. They're not gonna be as productive on Graham Lake State in Ohio as they were on Graham Lake State in Ohio. Good.
Overall, I would like to say that A minus is definitely I think a good grade for sure. I think at the end, I just think the way we've been given like certain offenses, for example, the Minnesota where they're kind of that pass first type of team, we did well. When we go to Illinois where we had Altmaier who was kind of a dual threat, we did well. It's pretty evident that our D line has been stepping up into that role of just not really showing on the stats. Obviously, that stats is always an eye-opening thing. We always want to see stats. But I think overall, as an impact, they do their part so well. Whether that's contained, whether that's like overload one side to send a pressure on the other side for a misdirection, we've done that very well. I think the things that we've done this season so far has been impressive for this D line, and obviously, plan to get better, especially since we're hitting November stride. So I'd just say A minus also. I think we can now transition to arguably, the best group in the defense, the linebackers. We'll start off with you, Cam.
Again, it's like similar to the wide receiver, but I try to stack up these linebackers to everybody else in the country, and it's like there's no one better. There's no two linebackers better than there's no one linebacker better than either of these two linebackers, in my opinion. And the fact that we got like the two best linebackers about to go into this draft, Sonny Styles being well, Arvell Reese being a first year starter, and Sonny Styles, I guess, being a second year starter. I don't know what you consider him. Being the green dot on that field, I just feel like because they got these names now, people are locking in on them. They're like, hey, let's try to avoid these two guys on the field. And they I feel like the stats show like, hey, they took a little drop off in their numbers, but they impacted it so much more than that. And it's just insane how like good this Arvell Reese guy was. And I just heard the names in the offseason, and I'm like, okay, I know he's been on this team. And then it's like he lived up to everything. He's about to be a 1-year starter on this Ohio State team and go straight to the draft to probably be a top 10 pick, top 15 pick in the first round. That's insane to me. That just it's the fact that we're in the NIL era and we still stacking these 4 and 5 stars that can be immediate impact on a number 1 team in the country. As far as that goes, like I try to give it an A, but I'm like, man, I just can't, bro. Like there's no one linebacker better than either one of these two in the country, bro. That's crazy that they're sharing the field together and they're 1 and 2 in the country at their position. That's wild to me. A plus. A plus. And Sonny Styles got an interception.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not much to say, to be honest. I feel like, I guess start of the season they kind of came out. We knew our. I guess the main one would be fucking Arvell Reese, where he just broke out completely, where it just like it's eye open. Now he really established like, yo, our linebacker group is that group. So from that point forward on, they just continue to do their part. Cam just mentioned that Sonny just got an interception. To be honest, I'll just give that A. I feel like even though we're like I said we're going up high, but I feel like this like second half we kind of just plateaued. I feel like it wasn't really their fault. It's more so I felt like our opponent was avoiding them. So it's like if your opponent is avoiding you, you're doing something well. So it's like I give it an A. Obviously, I would like to give it an A plus, but I just feel like I mean technically I guess that interception overall could just take it over the top. But I'm gonna give him an A. How about you, VJ?
Plain and simple A. No, y'all explained it very well. I mean, they're best linebacker duo in the country. They're doing the part. The literal teams are game planning to avoid them, not even attack them, which is like you're basically cutting off 1/3 of a field, which is insane. So, just simple A. Enough said. Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese. Yeah, can't ask for more, man. These guys are fucking monsters. Next group, I mean, could be the most controversial one here. Corners. We'll start off with you, Rack.
Nah, you go ahead.
Oh,
You've been a minute.
On a reverse card.
Got you. Corners. Overall, now given some time and what I've seen, I also got to give an A. I like there's literal like we're facing good offenses where we're doing our part. Like in teams with like these star receivers or like the number 1 options on that team, they haven't been doing their part because of our corners doing their thing. So overall, it's also got to be an A. I mean, the really I want to shout out more Igbenogson because he's taken strides to clean up the penalties and all that, and he's done. He's playing more cleaner. I won't say he's the cleanest. Obviously, there's a couple controversy here and there's, but that's with every corner in in college football or in football in general. Like, there's gonna have some form of, oh, he plays a little grabby sometimes. Oh, sometimes he likes to, tug on him a little bit. It's just how it goes. But in terms of overall though, like in whole game, I'd say it's a A in my eyes. I think Jermaine Matthews has kind of shined out to become probably the most versatile guy we got, being a primarily outside corner, but he can play the slot very well. Devin Sanchez has slowly emerged as a freshman phenom in a way. Just he's slowly making the strides there. I think he's definitely got the improvement. So I'd for sure say at least an A. How about you now, Rack?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm there with you. To be honest, I give him an A as well. Honestly, this is our corner group. It just unfortunately, Lorenzo has been suffering with injury, but even with Lorenzo being out, we have Aaron Scott stepping up, and it's like Aaron Scott is ready. It's almost like we were once Aiden Nelson goes to the draft. I don't know if Lorenzo is eligible for it. I don't think so, but
He has to. He
he
has
has
to.
to. Yeah, he has to. Okay, so it's like I feel like once these guys, go to draft, I mean, we're gonna get to the safeties later, but like obviously when Caleb goes, I feel like we have guys ready to take over this position, it's like we're reloading the corners, just like how we reload every year with the wide receivers. We'll probably reload again with the corners, and with our second string coming in and basically, you know, playing, even though they're playing like crunch time, scrap time, they still want to keep, like team to, a shutout. They playing like it's the start of a game. So it's like, it's just not much I could really ask for. It's like if you have that type of that energy to, like, whenever Aaron, I'm pretty sure it was Aaron Scott when he had that big ass hit on Wisconsin. Like, bro, this is toward the end of the game, but he's still bringing that energy. That's just what we want over here at Ohio State. We, even though there's 4 minutes left, we're up by like 27 points. It doesn't matter. We have a specific standard here at the Ohio State. So with that, I give it an A. How about you, Cam?
For me, on my notes it says I gave it A minus last time. The level of competition went up, but it's also the mid level pass, the intermediate passes over the middle that was kind of irritating. Is it all in the corners or safeties? Maybe it's the play calling, the zone or man we play. But them type of things it'll irritate me.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that like I compare this unit up against a lot of other units in the nation, with number one team in the country. So I got to do that. And bro, no one's taking them shots downfield, and if they do, good luck. As far as Igman Nelson goes, I'm a big believer that if we get deep into the season and or playoffs, them hands he plays, and it's fine, bro. When you face Igman Nelson, that dude's gonna touch you, bro. He's gonna touch you, and you can't do nothing about it, bro. It's your choice. Are you gonna touch him back, or are you gonna just let him touch you and just hopefully the refs are gonna call it? In the Illinois game, they didn't call it, so we won. But there was like I think 2 PI calls in that game, and it was one of them games where Igman Nelson was like, damn, I had this many pass deflections or some shit or pass breakups. I think it was. In the post game interview, it was because they was really trying to like zone in, and hopefully the Zebras give him the calls. Well, it didn't happen, but I think later in that it's gonna happen. But I can't predict the future. I can't grade off the future. But that's just something that I just keep an eye on. Jermaine Matthews, I can't praise him enough. He's been probably the best corner. Even though Ibn Nelson's guarding the ones, I feel like he's been playing such a clean game, and just the way he just plays the position is so. I just praise him so much. Lorenzo Styles has been battling injuries, is what it is. But as far as the big play in the Ohio game, which is fucking damn near fucking almost 2 months ago or some shit, like bro, he doesn't let anything go. And just off the top of my head, I can't think of any plays where like they got beat 1-on-1 and it was a bad like deep ball or something like that. But people avoid these linebackers, but they also avoid the secondary a lot. They know what to go up against whenever they face us. And every week this unit continues to show up. But it's just the past game is like come alive for a couple teams. Not I would say come alive, but I've seen a couple like not blown coverages, but like the middle of the field with the intermediate passes is what irritates me the most with this unit. The level of competition went up, so I don't think much has changed. I give it an A minus. Devin Sanchez, he has a couple PI calls, but it is what it is. I just feel like he needs more reps and just get him in the game, get him more involved, and it'll be fine, man. He's chilling. He is chilling, in my opinion.
All right. That one's all fair. Last group though. Definitely pretty straightforward one. Safeties. We can start off with you, Cam.
I'm looking at my thing. I gave him an A. I don't think anything's changed, man. Like this team just continues to lock down, bro. These two, Jalen McClain and Caleb Downs, probably one of the two best in the country, man. Like they do their job and they do it pretty fucking well, man. McLean like has these games where he just like basically silently takes over because he plays a safety position, but he's like, man, this dude's everywhere. This dude's doing his job and doing it pretty fucking well. So when Caleb Downs goes to the NFL and is a top 10 pick, top 15 pick, just like Arvell Reese on his defense, nothing. Not a lot's gonna get mixed. It's gonna be just a rotation in, bro. Who's the next one up in the safety position? But Jalen McLean is just chill. He's so fun to watch sometimes, just watching him to see what he does on a play, depending on what the play is. But Caleb Downs, I think he had like a play in a Wisconsin game where he like got beat or whatever. He actually had like a bad play and then he made up for it. So like what the fuck, we got nitpick with one bad play? Like I don't got nothing to say bad about these two players, bro. Slicks, how you feel?
Yeah, there's not much to complain. They started off the season establishing that like the over the top, like hey, nobody's getting through, and y'all keep trying. It's not happening. Week 9, that's the same case now. Nobody is not testing them. They keep an eye on, hey, where's Caleb Downs at? Oh, well, too bad McLean is somewhere over there too. Don't forget about him. It's a like it's a number one team in the country for a reason, and it's not really much to. Yeah, it's like you wanted to nitpick all day, but it's just like we'll be here all day. So it's A, man. It's A. How about you, VJ?
How many games was it where we didn't have an interception? I wonder why. It was like 3 or 4, I think. Like that's literally why.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was just trying to think of like something to pick on, but I really can't. It's got to be an A. I mean, Caleb Downs is the best defensive player arguably in the country, and he's doing it at a safety spot, which is not an easy spot since he has to basically be a run support and a cover guy. And Jalen McLean has stepped in that role. I remember praising him since like week 1, bro. Jalen McLean, man, he did his thing, and I'm happy that he's taking the big strides. He's looking like eventually he's gonna take that step into, becoming more, I won't say elite, but more on the getting his name out there a little bit more, So I just simply saying, hey, you can't ask for nothing more. They're just the corners are literally the main focal. The safeties are literally the back, just catching or denying anything that's gonna come through. So simple as that. And now we're on the special last part.
Finish it off, VJ.
The special teams unit. I'll go as a whole because realistically, there's nothing to really pinpoint on kicker punter. They're basically kind of in the same boat in my eyes. I'll be honest. This is a very group I've been kind of disappointed with. I'll be honest. Not really the best. I think kicking wise, Jaden Phelan, he's done good on extra points. I mean, obviously you can't really go bad on an extra point. When it comes to field goals, it looks like he's just my guy's just like a layup master. He's kicking in these short kicks, no issues in a sense. But when it comes, when it past 40, I'm shitting my pants. I don't know if he's gonna make this or he's gonna swing this hard right.
How many missed field goals does he have?
I think he has 2 or 3.
He has 2, and one's at 40 to 49, and then one's 50 plus.
So that's what. Yeah, it's just any 40 plus. I might be shitting bricks. And then as our punter too, Joe McGuire. I mean, I remember seeing back then he was like, oh, Australian punter, like 6'5", fucking 200 pounds. I'm like, damn, he must be booming. My guy's barely kicking 40 to maybe 50. I'm seeing skinnier punters kicking 70. Well, like, what is this, bro? So, I'll be honest. This group is probably like a D. I'll be honest. This is a D for me. Like, what I've seen has just not been good enough. I think kicking wise, Jaden Phelan's done his thing. Overall, though, I just wish he could be better. What is it?
Is kick return and punt return not in there?
I mean, it is, but it's like our good punt return. We have to do a trick play to get a punt return, and we barely are returning kick returns. So, what can we really say in that regard? So, that I give it a D overall. I just think overall, the kicking unit has not been impressive to me. Returning group, they've done their thing, but they're not really returning enough for me to really give them an actual in-depth analysis. Like maybe Brandon Ennis has a couple, but it's like That's only on punt returns. Like I said, kick return, you could basically throw it out the window. That's been a non-existent. So I say D for me. How about you, Cam?
I'm not as hypercritical. Like the punters out there, bro. But we don't need to use them all like that, bro. But it's his position. He has a job. He doesn't do that job that well, I guess. I really don't like remember too many like punts where I'm like, oh shit, that was a great punt. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe it's a good thing that I don't care about punts. Because that defensive unit is gonna get it done. It don't matter what field position they're gonna have because that defense is gonna fucking make sure they don't score. But as far as kicker, like I said, bro, like Jaden Fields is a little scary out there, man. If the game's on the line, bro, I do not trust that man. Shit, I might fucking grab somebody from the Pat McAfee fucking kickoff and put fucking $500,000 on the line. Nah, shit, it looks like that shit's money, bro. I think he's like fucking out of like 7 out of 8, bro. That's like, yo, might have to go with him, or any one of them, bro. But as far as kick returners go, I think Brandon Ennis had like a fumble in the Washington game, kind of scary. That was early in the game though. We were able to close that out. But yeah, like the trick play to Lorenzo Styles, like that's fine to do. I wish we didn't do it in that game specifically. Wish we would have saved that. But I feel like the field position like really hasn't mattered a lot. Not to say that the positions don't matter, but the returners haven't been like terribly. Like I've seen shit where like people fumble or like they'll fucking the blocker will get in the way and it fucking smacks his leg. I've seen it all this year, bro, with muff punts and everything. And the fact that we really haven't had a lot of them, I give it like a C plus, B minus. I don't know. I'll go C plus though. Because there's a lot more to desire. It should be pretty scary if your kicker goes out there and you're like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know. We're lucky we're up fucking 17, or this would be a lot more scary situation. So, there's a lot more meat on the bone. Pause. So, hopefully we can get at that later in the season. Rack.
I'm kind of with
Feels
VJ.
like-
I'm kind of.
Oh, bruh.
I'm kind of with VJ. I'm giving him a D plus, bro. We had a fucking trick, fucking punt, fucking play on happen on us, bro. That shit, bro. When I seen that shit, I was like,
Oh, we're doing defense as well. Like our
whole-
defense on punts
the whole
and kicks.
overall,
That's awesome.
the whole overall.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Dude, you want to go back or what?
Nah, go ahead.
No, yeah. I give him D plus, bro. It's just like that happened, and obviously, if we watch like our the other previous podcast when JD Finna come up to kick, I'd be hypercritical to him. I'd be talking about how like, hey, you just made it home at 38. Why are you kicking it right on 30? I get it. You're not supposed to be. You're not perfect every single time, but and also your time is limited. Due to the fact that we have Jeremiah Smith kind of thing, or we get CJ Johnson at the goal line or change people. I get it. I get your time limited, but coming down, we're hitting November. Every field goal is gonna count, especially that game at the very end where it's literally gonna come down to a field goal kick. Well, I hope that's gonna happen. No, but will it happen? Possibly. So I'm just super hypercritical. I'm not gonna lie. I have PTSD, bro. I have PTSD, bro, of that Georgia game where fucking CJ Stroud put his fucking lifeline on the damn fucking thing. And we didn't even have a fucking chance with that field goal, bro. I have PTSD, bro. So I just every single time I see the miss, I see that clip rolling again, bro. So I give him a D plus, bro. Cameron, final thoughts,
bro. Like maybe I'm tripping, but bro, there's been a lot of like fucking missed tackles, missed punts. Like on I thought we was doing the 4 main positions: kick returner, punt returner, punter, kicker. I thought we're going on with the whole unit. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. We really hasn't faced like, bro. There's people like Mario Craver out there, Casey Concepcion. These are like the best punt returners like and kick returners in the country type thing, and they're both played for Texas A&M. And one of the swing scores for Texas A&M in that big LSU win was a kick return by KCC. So it's like, bro, if they were turning on fucking LSU, bro, oh my god, this unit, I don't know what the fuck is the problem, bro, but we got fucking randoms like getting fucking 20, 30, 40-yard returns, bro, and getting good field position. Again, we can rely on the defense to fucking clean that shit up and make sure they don't fucking score. But yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. What did you do, VJ? You gave him like a D minus, right?
I give him a D, just flat D.
Shit, I was gonna give him. But I'll give him a D too, bro. Nah, damn near give him a fucking. It's not D minus, but we haven't had no scores off the shit. At least I can think of any. So I'll give him a D, bro.
Hey.
Go from a C plus to a D real quick, bro.
Hey.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what are y'all seeing, bro? Like, Jaden Fields missed 2 field goals, and the punter hasn't been fucking that terrible. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's why.
Teams as a whole.
That's why we just say as a whole, bro.
Bro, every kickoff, we kick in the back of the end zone, bro.
Yeah.
Every time, bro. I
Yeah.
don't think they ever return the kickoff. Every time, bro, it's back of the end zone. We don't even give them a chance. But on punts, we can't do that. And then, yo, that shit. Damn.
Hey. I mean, that's all the things that great. Obviously, you know, we all have our personal opinions in this. You know, hopefully that was fun to see. But now, nice little special thing to do for today. We got a little mid-season trivia for really racking Cam. I got the question, so I'm not going to be answering, of course. Hopefully you guys' phone is unoccupied.
I got my dry erase board.
You got a dry erase board. You got a phone to write off something. It don't matter. I just want y'all to write y'all's answers.
I'm cooked.
This is gonna be fun. Everyone, make sure I ain't gonna say, you know, but make sure there's no tabs on the screen or nothing. I don't want to see no form of cheating and all that.
You see my screen, buddy?
Yeah, that's cheating. Anyways, nah, we'll see how far that goes. But nice little trivia here. I made these questions, so hopefully, you know, these guys can do their best.
I'm done, bro.
There's 10 questions. Tell me when y'all are ready, and I'll start answering, man. Well, not answer, but I'll start asking the questions.
Go away.
You good?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm not ready to lose, but it seems like it's about to go that way, bro.
Why? Why are you saying that?
Bro, I'm so ass at trivia, bro. It's not even funny, bro. Hey, are you smarter than the first grade? I guarantee you I'm failing that shit, bro. I'm so ass with that shit, bro. I'm so ass, bro. I don't know how I graduated high school. I'm not gonna lie. I probably cheated my way through. Wait, never mind.
Diploma. I never seen your diploma, so I don't know if you really did graduate.
My shit down here.
Nah, because you don't got one, so definitely not down here.
Alright, it's alright.
For sure I do.
Alright. Here we go. First question. Start off pretty simple. Hopefully, if y'all remember. Who was the first player to score the first touchdown for us this season?
Oh my god, bro.
Is that okay? I think I'm good.
Come on. Alright, Cam got his answer.
Oh my god, I'm cooked, bro.
I think I remember. I think.
Alright, bro. I'm cooked,
Alright,
bro.
come over your answers. Alright, show your answers in 3, 2, 1.
CJ Donaldson.
Cam has it correct.
I wanted to go to running back group. I was like, I don't know, bro.
It was CJ Donaldson on the goal line, 4th and goal.
I knew it, bro. I knew it.
Against
Bro, every time, bro. Shit automatic.
We get I mean, I'll be honest. This question next, if Cam don't get it right, I don't know what.
Jeremiah Smith.
How many touchdowns does Jeremiah Smith have in total?
Oh
Keyword.
my lord, bro.
Keyword.
All right, bro.
Oh shit!
Closest number will win unless you have the number on the dot. Then you automatically. All right, 3, 2,
I might get
1, go. Wow, it's a draw.
Oh my
8
god.
in total.
Damn.
He has 7 receiving, 1 rushing.
1 rushing.
Damn.
Wow.
I was like, I seen that number because I did my little research, and I'm like, that was team stats, so I think that was just passing. But
I'll give y'all. I mean, it's a tie. I'll give y'all that one. That's.
I got one on the board. Let's go. Looking good.
All right.
Looking good.
Third question. This one I do not expect y'all to get. How many points does Jaden Fielding account for this season?
Counting like
field goals and extra points.
Extra points. Okay.
Can I pull out my calculator?
What?
Can you pull out his calculator?
Hey, listen. Just give it your best guess. Round to your nearest 5. That's all I'm saying. Round to your nearest 5.
He's doing math, bro. Fuck, bro. I'm just putting a number down, bro. I'm putting a number down, bro.
Close number wins. Round to your nearest 5. Round to your nearest 5.
What if it goes over?
It will be to the nearest 5. That's what I said. So if it's, for example, let's say the number was 74, it'll be 75.
Fuck, bro.
It'll be
I'm
rounded
either,
to the
like-
nearest 5.
I'm either way off or like.
Closest number will get this point.
I really want to.
Ready?
I really want to
Yeah.
add a 5 in this, but fuck it, bro.
All right, y'all got your answers?
Hang on.
Uh,
No. I'm way
yeah,
off, I'm way off, I'm
hold
way
on.
off.
I'm putting this one down. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Was-
I'm putting this down, bro.
No, I was way off. Holy shit! Yo.
No, I'm going back, bro. I'm going back, bro. I'm going back. All right, bro. My original answer.
All right.
All right, y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
45.
Jesus. That's 20.
Yeah,
29
pretty-
extra points. 29 extra points. I think 5 3-pointers.
The,
I counted
answer, the
29.
closest answer is Cam. Jaden Feudy accounts for 53 total points.
Damn.
20.
Bro, I had 105, bro. I did 29
Jesus.
times 3, but it was the extra points, and I thought about it. I'm like, oh shit, I'm off by a lot.
Yeah, that's insane. 20.
I don't remember him kicking field goals, bro. The only time I remember him, I seen him miss, bro.
Hey.
Uh,
All right, next question. I think this one's a pretty simple one. Who leads the team currently in sacks? I think this one's a pretty obvious one. I don't say obvious, but it's pretty lopsided when you think about specific game. That's all I gotta say.
Wow.
All right, 3,
Look, we ball, bro.
2, 1, go. Y'all both are correct. Hayden Curry.
Thank God, bro.
He currently leads the team in sacks. Done his thing, man. Done his thing.
that's
Nah,
not
I'm
right?
about to say, I seen his name a lot, bro.
Yes, he does have 7. He does have 7 sacks.
I'm about to say, I seen his name a
All
lot.
right. Halfway there. Question number 5. How many interceptions do we have as a team? Closest number wins. Or unless you have it on the dot, of course.
Okay, I'm around. I'm gonna put this number, bro. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, bro.
I got 2 numbers.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm at 2 numbers, bro. I'm putting that shit right. Yeah, bro.
What's your numbers?
Nah, bro. You gonna have to see, bro.
Fuck. I'm gonna go over, bro. All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's
Both are correct.
Oh my
Shut
God,
up.
bro. I call him remember 3. I call him remember 3. I call him remember 3, bro.
It was Pierce, Sonny Styles,
Yeah.
and Jermaine Matthews, or Jalen McClain, or both. I think.
That's Sonny.
One of them had in the
Talking
Texas
about
game.
Sonny.
No, I didn't. I
Oh,
said Pierce, Sonny.
Pierce Sonny. Oh,
Jermaine,
okay.
and Jalen, I think.
Hey. 4 on the dot. Y'all got that one on the dot. That's hey. There we go. All right. Question number 6.
What was your numbers? You were going 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Damn, I almost lost that.
All right. Question number 6. How many yards total does Bo Jackson have? Round to the nearest 50 to help y'all out.
Do we have to?
Yes, you guys are. If you get this on the dot, I'm accusing you of cheating.
How about okay, round? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you
Round
get this
to
shit
the
on that,
nearest
you
50,
cheating, bro.
But round to the nearest 50. Round to the nearest 50, man.
But what if I get on a dot? I don't even get a chance to get on a dot?
No, I mean you could get on the dot, but you listen.
I'm fighting the computer, bro.
I'm gonna keep my eye on you for I don't know. I'm gonna try to see that reflection off the glasses or something.
Okay. Got nothing open, bro. Just my Jeremiah Smith wallpaper on my other screen.
Type thing.
And
Type thing.
JS
All right,
Foley
y'all got your answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 3.
Man got the
2,
fucking
1,
exact
go.
answer, bro. GG's,
The
bro.
closest answer is Rack.
How much?
Y'all undershot it by 100. He has
Damn.
547 total.
Oh
So-
shit.
He said rushing.
That's a total.
He said total?
I said total.
I heard rushing, bro.
He had that rushing yard locked in his mind, bro.
I did. I put rushing yards. How many rushing yards do you have?
He has what is it? Like 410 or 20 something. And then he has 100 receiving.
I know about the receiving, buddy.
I said total.
I couldn't. I don't know how much receiving. I had 400 for rushing. Now like I'm stopping 50 just for the fucking extra yardage, bro.
Hey, all right. This one I won't say recent, but this one was pretty iconic for us. Number 7. In Carnell's big game against Minnesota, how many yards did he have in that game? Round to the nearest 10.
God damn it!
Exact.
You said round the nearest what? 10?
10. Round to the nearest 10.
I'm gonna do the under.
Closest number. We'll take this one.
He had over 200, right?
All right, now you just cooked me with that one, bro.
All right, I'm ready.
I don't know.
I'm cooked, bro. Cause I wrote this number
Alright,
before
3,
even him
2,
asking that question.
1, go.
I'm cooked.
Cam has it on the dot.
This fucking guy.
187 or 183, bro.
He has it on the dot. 183.
Did my research, bro. He let us know in advance that we are gonna do this. I said, you better look at the stats, right? And he was like, y'all both can look at the stats. I said, okay. Bet. I was going game by game. Let's believe I was doing that.
Hey,
I definitely did not.
I respect the dedication. All right, question number 8. This one should be simple. Who was the latest player to score a touchdown for us in our most recent game? The latest. This one should be simple. I mean,
What?
who was the last person to score a touchdown for us? There we go.
No, but I'm saying you said it's simple.
Yes. So, what was our most recent game, and who was the last person to score a touchdown for us in that last recent game? I think it's simple. I mean, it should be an easy point. That's all I'm saying.
It should be. Ooh. Fuck, man.
Okay, bro, we ball, bro.
He said it's simple, man. I'm gonna change my answer, man.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means, bro. Every simple,
Oh,
every simple,
I know what he means.
every
You want me
simple,
to,
every
No,
simple
no,
answer
no.
to me is
you want me
fucking
to
not a
repeat
simple answer,
the
bro.
question or no?
I'm ready to ball, bro.
No, I don't need to.
Okay. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
The kicker, extra point, 3 points. He has to be the last one to
Okay.
score.
I'm cooked.
Okay. Let me rephrase. This is why I said you should let me rephrase the question, because I literally said who was the latest player to score a touchdown for us.
Yeah. So it was
Okay,
me.
can I change my answer?
You cannot. It's too late. Rack already viewed his.
It was Isaiah West.
It was Brandon Ennis on the receiving touchdown at the corner.
Oh, it was. Wow.
Hey,
You're getting yours in, Rack?
Oh my god, I got that one. I got that one.
hey, looking a little close. That's all I'm saying. The score sheet looking a little close.
For sure.
Question number
Like 3
9.
times.
How many touchdowns do we allow so far this season?
I'm about to overshoot it, bro. Shit, I hope I overshoot it and it's less.
Say, I mean, closest answer wins. Look at my guy thinking.
I process all the TDs, bro.
I think I might overshoot it.
I'm gonna overshoot it and hope that it's less, bro.
I'm gonna undershoot. All right.
All right, you guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. The closest answer is Rack.
I'm in
We
it.
have
Yeah.
only allowed 4 touchdowns.
Oh my god, that's the number I wanted to put, bro. That's the number I wanted to put, bro.
Texas, 2 in Ohio, 1 in
No,
Washington,
one in
and then
Ohio. One in Ohio. We only have 9 points. It was a touchdown and missed extra point. We had 9. It was 9. Okay.
So
it was
Texas,
one Texas,
Ohio,
one
no,
Texas,
Washington?
one Ohio.
No.
Washington was 6 points
Damn.
because 2 field goals and then 2 touchdowns. Illinois.
2 touchdowns. Illinois.
Hey, I'll be honest with y'all. Game's tied. We're here now. Question number 10, the final one.
Ah, shit, man.
What is our total points so far this season? Round to the nearest 10. Total points, touchdowns, extra points, field goals, all of it total. Defensive touchdowns, if we even have any. Total points. Round to the nearest 10, please.
Yo, can I use a calculator to add numbers, bro?
Sure. Even if that helps.
I don't think it is, bro.
But even if that does help in general.
I'm literally gonna add numbers, bro. Alright, bro. Fuck you, we ball, bro. I'm definitely overshooting this, but
I feel like I'm undershooting.
All right. Y'all got answers?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god.
The closest answer
I undershot
is
it.
Cam.
Damn.
How much was it? It was like
We have
250.
255.
Damn, I was gonna guess 250, but that's why I undershot it by 10. Damn.
Hey.
Bro, I said 37, 24 in the Washington game. I think 70 in the Grambling game. I said 14 in the Texas game. I was like, Ohio, I was like somewhere around like 30 to 40. And then Minnesota was 30 to 40. And then I think it was Illinois. It was like 35, 32 or something like that.
But this is
I was really like trying to break them
bro,
down.
this is my math over here, bro. Look, I was like 30, 60, 25.
A little bit.
Wait. Just wait.
Wait.
Yeah, there we go.
30,
Hey.
60, 25, 30, 30, 20, 20.
Guys going regional. He's just going base numbers.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I was like trying to get them down to the exact ones, bro.
Hey, nah, that's fair. So, out of 10 questions, the winner is Cam with 7 out of 10 correct. And then Rack has 6 out of 10. Yes, you missed 3. You missed questions
Brandon in this
9,
TD.
8.
Bro, it was Bo Jackson yards. It was last fucking touchdown shit.
And how many
and then it
touchdowns we allow?
Yeah.
Hey, nice little trivia. I think that was a
Wasn't that bad.
nice little. No, it wasn't too bad. I think you guys were on the ballpark. At least y'all didn't do nothing stupid, and guess like 3 million or something. So
We
can't
wish.
really complain.
I wish.
Hey.
Alrighty.
I like that.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
That
one.
was fun.
That was good.
But on the serious note, now we're back on track.
Uh-oh.
Now we locking in.
Shit.
Yeah.
Preview into next game and score predictions. Our next game being nice little stateside rivalry in the Penn State Nittany Lions. Obviously, this is not really the best year for them, but there is some things I like to point out that we can't take them lightly on. So we'll get into it right now. Obviously, to start off, base-wise, currently they are 3-4. They have been 0-4 in Big Ten play and lost 4 in a row. Not everyone was expecting to see this. But to also, I guess make it sound good for them and, make sure we keep us, on our toes a little bit. They have all lost their games within 1 possession. So their losses they only lost within 1 possession score. So can't take that lightly, I mean, Well, whether yes, well, with the losing streak, whatever, blah blah blah. All their losses have been within a one possession score. Bless you. We start off with their offense. Their offense is a solid offense. Honestly, they have impactful players. They know how to play make. Obviously, but the biggest key factor is they're missing their quarterback, Drew Aller. He's been a starter for the past couple years, and now he's out this season with a, I believe, broken leg. Pretty sure. So, unfortunately, it is not good for them. Good for us. Well, supposedly, we'll see how this one goes. The QB for them is named Ethan Gruckenmeyer. He is a solid backup QB, at least from what I've seen, but he's also sharing snaps with a third-string quarterback named Jackson Smolik. One thing that I've seen a lot that these two quarterbacks do interesting more is that they are more dual-threat quarterbacks. They run more than Drew Aller. They are more agile than Drew Aller. They don't have the biggest frame, and they don't have the biggest arm like him, but they are a lot more mobile.
Now, Gruntmeyer decent. He from Ohio too. Like he like, yo, I think he's from Lewis Center. So like,
Hey,
right north of Columbus.
hey, man.
True
From what
freshman.
I've seen, he can. he's doing his thing, man.
I'm
Overall,
gonna show you who, boy. He about to throw for 200 on us, bruh.
Hey, I hope not. I
Who?
hope not. But
Who?
You gonna see, bruh?
I hope not. But yeah, quarterbacks. I think they're decent. They definitely have solid. Running backs. They got arguably one of the best running back duos in the country. They got Katron Allen and Nick Singleton, man.
They don't know how to use it now.
Yeah, unfortunately, stat wise, they don't look impressive, but as a whole, they are solid running backs. They can do their thing. They're a duo for a reason. They came back to Penn State this season for a reason. They wanted to be better. I mean, it hasn't looked that way, but they are very talented guys at the end. Wide receivers for Penn State. They are decent players. They hit the portal. They got some guys. They can make plays if the ball is given to them, but they got to get the ball. That's the first thing, of course. They got to get the ball. If they don't get the ball, they can't make a play. So you gotta see how that turns out. Tight ends. If we're all familiar with Penn State tight ends, they're usually solid tight ends. And this year they have good tight ends. They can both block and make the catches. Usually they like
Look,
to.
George gonna have a heart attack. Okay, nice.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Yeah, nah,
I have
tight
a heart
ends.
attack.
Tight ends usually. I mean, the Penn
Our
State tight ends at
defense-
least this season. They can block decently well, and they make them the catches when they need them. Check downs, simple out routes, simple in routes. Tight ends are decent this year. Their O line is good. They're primarily a run blocking team, though. They know how to get a good push in the middle to get that. That does not mean they're bad at passing block, but run block, as far as I've seen, has been more comfortable. Just the way to put it. Overall, offensively, they are interesting. Just due to the fact that with Drew Aller out, it kind of changes the whole game plan and atmosphere of the team. But against their last game against Iowa, they were playing a little conservative just to protect the quarterback. I do expect them to be a little bit more aggressive. I think I'll explain that more later on because I have a small little thing to say at the end. But, they were playing conservative against the Iowa game. So we'll see how far that goes. They go on to their defense. Defense is basically the key part of the team with all positions being decently well. I mean, defense has honestly kept them in the game kept them in most games for a reason, except these past recent ones. Even then, they have been there. So, D-line is decent for them. They're able to make plays. They're solid. They get the push. They could get good run stops. They could do it good pass rush. However, one concern that I've seen for their D-line overall is the depth. From what I saw, especially in the Iowa game, they were talking about how depth for the Penn State D-line has been a concern. They're down to their few guys on the D tackles and the edges.
But that means we injure them.
Hey, I wouldn't say all that now, but
What?
their depth is a concern overall. Linebackers is good. They're making plays all over the field. They can definitely get tackles going, field to field, sideline to sideline. They can do their thing. Solid players, nothing crazy. Just nice, gritty linebackers. DBs are good players. They're probably, in my opinion, the heart and soul of that defense. They're DBs. There are DBs are very interesting because they're solid DBs that can play honestly very versatile. They can play most of their main DBs could play in the slot or they can play outside. They're pretty comfortable at doing both, so like to see that. They're very versatile in that sense. The defense as a whole, like I said, is in my opinion. So I mean, this defense is basically going to be what makes or breaks them in terms of most games, just because their offense is
They got Cardinal Tate, Jeremiah Smith. They're gonna have a bad week.
their offense is gonna have to step up, and then I think obviously one factor, and we're all very familiar with, is Jim Knowles. The fact that we know who Jim Knowles is and how he plays. Used to be the coordinator for us, so
Stay at home.
That shit, it does play a factor, man.
You better stay up in that booth.
Some small things I did, maybe a little different. I pointed out some key players for Penn State and some overall game plan prediction. My overall game plan prediction to be Penn State, I put that in.
Ooh.
Overall, I mean, we could start off with the key players. I think obviously the key players for them is the running back duo. They're talented. They can run the ball very, very well when they have the spacing and the openings. They can run the ball very well. They're both they're both very solid players. I think a wide receiver to look out for, though, for Penn State is Devontae Ross. He is their speed wide receiver. He's the guy that, when it comes to getting maybe a deep shot or hitting a screen, he is their speed guy. So maybe expect him. We'll see. I believe he wears number 5 for Penn State, if I remember that right. For defensively, there's a guy named Danny Dennis Sutton for Penn State. He is essentially, if you remember the Jim Knowles style, hence the reason why I pointed that out, he is kind of like their jack player. He's like their linebacker / edge type of guy. He's going to line up primarily on the edge, but expect him to kind of go in the linebacker spot to, try to get some nice push and attack for the middle. And then to point out for the DB, since I did say, and I do believe it is their heart, their corners. AJ Harris and Zion Tracy are their corner 1 and 2. These guys are very experienced and physical corners. They're both solid players. They can do their thing. They can play all around. They're versatile. So they can play. You expect them to see them at safety, slot, outside corner. They're very versatile. Could make decent tackles. I wouldn't, count it on it, but they're very versatile. They play all around the field. They're really the main guys for that Penn State corner group.
Their job isn't the tackle. Is mostly make sure they don't get the ball. That their receiver don't get the ball.
Yeah, basically, those are my key players for Penn State, as far as I've seen. My overall game plan, though, for Penn State is pretty. It's my opinion, obviously, but some things expect maybe some form of it to see, just because one thing I tend to look at also for Penn State is the history with us. Every game we have against Penn State usually is, for some reason, a gritty type of fight. I'm not saying it shouldn't be, but it definitely can be where we should take it at the end. But Penn State is still a gritty team. They're defensively, they're still there. Offensively, who knows? But in terms of overall game plan, damn,
this is your stat line for the fucking game.
Damn, buddy, you might as well just put 100 points at that,
bro. Yeah,
exactly. Ryan Day's coming for Jim Knowles' head.
He cares that much game.
Hey,
he does. We got to smack every team, man.
I feel it. I agree. Overall, though, for my game plan prediction to beat Penn State, how I see it from my eyes, overall, we need to control their offense from playing the game they want, because the reason I say that, I expect their offense to play like a true clock type of mentality, just because the firepower and the overall offense has not been as expected for Penn State. I expect them to play the slow game, try to play down by down in a sense, try to play first down for first down. I don't expect them to play fast tempo. I don't expect them to play fast ball, because just overall, I don't think they have enough energy and overall firepower to keep up with us like that. So I expect them to just play close, tough-knit, true clock ball. I'm assuming also that since they have a backup quarterback, they want to, they don't want to establish a lopsided game where they're only gonna have one sided, whether that's a run game or only a pass game. I expect them to get both sides of a pass game. So for passing wise, I expect them to do simple routes, screens, slants, in routes, out routes. Expect them to get touches to the receivers to establish the threat for them, just because they want to protect the backup quarterback as much as they can. They know that we have a very good defense and they want us to attack them like that. So I expect that to see. Also wise, running game for them is key. We have to stop that. They have talented running backs for a reason, so we have to stop that. I mean, is it a concern from our defense? I would like to say no, but it's college football. You never know what could happen any given weekend. So got to stop these running backs. For our offense, I think one thing we got to understand is to not be complacent. Just because their injuries is pretty evident does not mean that we need to be complacent and we need to, we're just going to outman them. I don't believe that is the way to go. I think overall we gotta be smart, and in my opinion, we gotta attack the passing game early. We gotta go at the DBs because we need to test them and make them realize we cannot, we gotta play this safe. We cannot let these guys take off on us for 20, 30 yards as is. So I expect us to hit the passing game early, and I expect us to hopefully get touches, obviously, to Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate as soon as possible, just because we need their DBs to go off center. And that also plays a factor with Jim Knowles' type of defense, because he likes to show a lot of pressure in that sense, especially, since it's, like I said, this is a Jim Knowles type of defense. He's going to have odd looks. If you remember Jim Knowles, he's a pressure type of guy. So expect them to see that. And then obviously to plan on that, expect them to pressure us. So we need to make these downs count very well. Jim Knowles, he loves them pressures, whether it's creative blitzes or that's just misdirection type of attacks. He likes the pressure. That's what he likes to do. It's the Jim Knowles style. We've seen it from us, and we've seen it at Oklahoma State. He's a pressure type of guy. So we got to be smart with our downs, because if we go on a second and long, I think we're going to be off rip kind of in a little bit of a hole or a looping hole, just because that's the game plan they want us to go in. And then my last thing is the running game. This is a concern for us because we haven't seen a full effectiveness of it, but I will say a running game can be an option, but we need to do it on early downs to make it a establishment, because we can't do it on, for example, a second or third down in my eyes, just because it just hasn't worked out for us in the end. So that, in my opinion, is how I see it. That is my overall game plan to beat Penn State. I think that's the way we got to beat them. Y'all can take it with a grain of salt. Y'all can, whatever. I just think that's how some of this thing's gonna go. So yeah, I think that finalizes everything I gotta say. But now we go on to, I guess, the final and fun part of this, also score predictions. So we can start off with you, Rack.
BJ the all ball knower.
Hey,
I call him Coach BJ, but same thing.
Same thing.
BJ the ball knower.
Hey, I appreciate that.
How am I feeling? I think as much as the defense is going to test us, I still think we're going to put points on the head. Especially with us being home, with them not having, knowing they're fifth number one team and knowing they don't have their QB1. Obviously they already played a couple games without him, so they have to settle it in. But I feel like, now that they're, I'm gonna give Ohio State 34. I'm gonna give Penn State, I'll give them 13. Yeah. Okay. I'll give them 13.
Week in and week out, I try to figure out what number haven't we scored yet. So that's the goal I try to go for. And a lot of time I just say the same numbers. As far as this let me break it down from my perspective. From watching this team, fucking this dumpster fire of a fucking offense, this shit is some bullshit. They're gonna play with like their fucking hairs on fire. The wheels are all off. They lost all 4 of their wheels. They're just driving on. They're a Flintstone mobile, bro. They just doing whatever they can, man. And that's gonna be handoffs to K-Tron. If he has a high hand, they're gonna go with him. And Nick Singleton got the hand, they're gonna give it to him. We gotta make Gunkmeyer very uncomfortable. He's a young quarterback. Got thrown in this position and basically, his second start. So make that pressure hit. That front 7, that man Arvell Reese better be looking off so much and fucking blitzing that man. I don't give a fuck if it's targeting. I'll take Arvell Reese getting ejection and a Gunkmeyer fucking shaking up play. That's fine with me. I don't care if it hurts his draft stock. That's just who he is. He's from Cleveland. He's gritty. But as far as Devontae Ross, all these this Syracuse wide receiver, this Troy wide receiver, and the fucking USC wide receiver that they all got in the transfer portal, they're all bullshit. It doesn't matter, bro. The secondary is the best in the country. They're not going to let shit go on. And until I see somebody test his defense, I got to see it be tested first before I could even give them points. Penn State loses with a donut. We win 28-0. Ryan Day makes it look good. Man, Ryan Day, he's a clean guy, man. As long as we get the win, that's all that matters, bro. Fuck him knows that's how he thinks behind the scenes. To his children, he says that to him. But in front, man, it was a good game, man. We wasn't trying to run points on them type shit. And that's what's going to happen, bro. It's going to make it look cute. We're not trying to put up 42 on them, which I would, Fuck Jim Knowles. He get that bag and go play for the Ops. And Ryan Harlan better not do that, bro. I'll be pissed to talk to him personally. Just me and him in a room. No, that goes down. Pause. Sounded crazy.
Hey, yo.
But, yeah, Grunkmeyer is a freshman. He should be the future of this offense for Penn State, and they're trying to turn over a new leaf. That's not going to come with a win at Ohio State, though. That unfortunately not going to happen. And we're wearing the All Blacks, I think, right?
Yep.
We should be. At least I don't give a fuck if it's a noon game. It's a blackout for the fans. I don't know if we wearing we should be wearing blackouts. I don't give a fuck if it's fucking shining and at noon, bruh. Wear the blackouts, bruh. But yeah, this is we're showing up to a funeral, man. We're in all black. It's gonna be a funeral. We're gonna be standing over Penn State. Grunkmeyer is gonna be fucking having PTSD, rolling in his sleep. Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles,
get him down.
That's what he's gonna be screaming out on the field, bruh. But yeah, 28-0. Whole lot of shenanigans with that. VJ, the all ball knower. VJ, what parlay do I hit for?
Listen, in my opinion, I'll be honest with you. Before I say everything, if you look at these betting odds for Penn State, bro, that shit would turn lopsided instantly. I remember at the start of the season, we were favorites by 4. Now we're favorites by 20. That lopsided is insane. Like I said, this is definitely, obviously this is not the Penn State we expected, but this is not a Penn State we should still sleep on. Obviously, they still defensively they're still there. I'm never gonna ignore that because realistically, I haven't heard nothing from their defense to be like, oh yeah, they're ass. They're still decent in my opinion. They still have the same players.
It's really just DDS and AJ Harris. That's all I hear from them.
So they're defensively, I'm still on that. Offensively, I'm confident on our defense to do the thing. So we just gotta see how Penn State starts off. Obviously, personally, obviously I got us winning. That's not even without a doubt. Score wise, I'm gonna say 31-10. I think first half, it's actually going to be a little bit contested, maybe like 14-7, something like that. But then second half, go to sleep. We good. Sleep comfortable in the bed. Put on your black jerseys because there's no point watching. I think we're going to take it off in half. That's how I see it at least. So 31-10.
I just like this matchup for us because, well, our front seven is pretty fucking good. They're 2 running backs. We haven't faced no one like these guys. Jonah Coleman maybe, or maybe Wisner out in Texas. The only 2, I guess, like the 2 best backs we faced. But now they got 2 backs that can really take over a game. Haven't really seen it much this season with those 2, at least hitting for the same shit on good competition. So that's why I'm so confident in this because it's like Yes, we might have to stack the front seven sometimes and stop that run, and maybe it's able to open the field, but I'm not that confident in these wide receivers to get open on this defense. Like that's how I'm so confident that they're gonna have 0 points. Never felt this way, but I feel it now. And we're getting into that November schedule, and now it's time to put shit to bed. And this defense has really not been tested this year, bro. That's what the crazy part is. But if we do get in a slugfest, that would be probably the most likely option for Penn State. If they do somehow make this close, it's gonna be a slugfest. It's gonna be Julian Saints getting pressured a lot. The offensive line is fucking I don't know, like fucking that, and then it would be the running game obviously struggling as well. That goes along with the offensive line, and it's like Julian Saint now has to rely on his arm, and that's what we kind of trained him for Wisconsin. And now we had the bye week, and now it's like he might have a sluggish start. That would be the only thing I would really see. Maybe going the opposite direction of my score prediction, but I'm very confident because their strength is our strength on defense. So that's how I look at it.
Hey, I agree. I mean, Penn State. It's a classic Penn State matchup. Usually, Penn State brings a lot of hype, but unfortunately, it hasn't gone that way for them. But I still expect this game to be fun to watch. It's our blackouts. I mean, it's not all. Hey, it's been a while since we did pull out the all blacks, man. So I'm excited for this one. I mean, and we're also hitting that November stride. This is where it starts. November stride to go on through because this month really is where it counts for. Basically, the conference championship and college football playoff to lead into it. So
I ain't gonna lie, we faced like 3 bottom feeder teams after this win. Even though this is a fucking bottom feeder team at this point, bro's like in fucking 3rd grade with that. But again, it is Penn State. They're gonna keep it close. I haven't seen that this year. I haven't seen a close game other than the Texas game, and it was a slugfest. And Julian Saints' first start. That was the only time it was really ever close, in my opinion. And maybe a 24-6 win against Washington, and they ain't scored a touchdown. So. That's why I'm just so confident now. And maybe the bye week where we fucking do the marching band. You seen that shit, bro? I think that's a good point, man. Get the marching band shit out the way. So when we hit that last game of the season, bro, we're locked. Top right. Come on,
Man,
bro,
this has been locked in.
hey, but that's all I got. So
go. Bottom left. Did I say bottom right? Top right. Blocking you middle right. But top middle.
Oh no, we got a draw, bro. Dun dun dun.
Wow.
Alright, that's bullshit.
Close this shit out. Yeah,
My fault, gang.
yeah,
My
keep that
fault,
shit
gang.
off the fucking screen next time.
My fault, gang.
Can't give you expo marker for shit.
Alright, yeah. So it's been the Buckeye Fan Film Room. Appreciate y'all showing up and watching. Obviously we gave our report card for the second half, and now we're in the final stretch now. So hopefully, we continue to be good. We continue to improve where we need to improve. One blocking, online, lock it in. I don't know who need to work on that online calling or adjustment, whatever the fuck. Lock it in. Jaden Fielding, stay ready, bro. You better be. I better be seeing you on the sideline kicking them shits. Lock in, bro. But yeah. So like I said, it's been the Buckeye Fan Film Room. When you guys seeing this, it should be Tuesday at whatever time you guys want to watch it. Appreciate you, VJ. Appreciate you, Cam. Always pulling up and giving y'all a deep analysis. But other than that, we're doing the 1 foot in tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And 1 foot in, we take 1 foot in college football realm. We talk about the rest of the scenery in college football. Whatever went down, whatever happened. Fucking Texas almost losing, but we get into that tomorrow. Also, we're also live Thursday. 8 p.m. EST. If you're interested, go down in the link in the description in the channel. Go click my link. It'll take you to a little page. It'll give you all my social. Click the Twitch link. Go follow me over there. We're live Thursday, 8 p.m. EST. And come talk to us. Come chat with us. Ohio State, college football, whichever one. But yeah, other than that, if you guys made it in the video, like I said, click that subscribe button. Also, scroll down there. Also, click that like button as well. It helped out the channel a lot. But other than that, we appreciate all the love and support. We catch you guys when we catch you on next. Peace.